Alrighty, you father muckers, this is OP and I'm going to be doing another cast here. It's actually Tiberium Wars for once in quite a while. I'm normally on the Cain's Wrath side of things, but I thought why not change it up and, you know, switch over to the original. So, a little note about this game is that it's actually from 2009. Now, I opened up the Tiberium Wars replay sort of system, and for some reason that I can't even fathom, this was like 4th on the list for popular replays. So I thought, why the hell not grab a 2009 replay and see if it's any different to the sort of playstyles that are happening now, and, you know, just explore a bit. So we'll press our magical O button to see who's playing, and we have Greasy X Epidemic, which is just Greasy, and AutomatchOWNAGE. I don't actually know who AutomatchOWNAGE is. I know Greasy very well, and I know he fucking kicks ass at this game, so I expect no less from him, even if this replay was from 3 years ago. Greasy's Nod, which is his, I'd say it's his favourite faction. It's basically all I see him play. And Automatch is GDI, and as you can already tell, our GDI player is in the bottom right, and Greasy's in the top left. So, we've seen our GDI player. I saw the Observer there, and Greasy's gone for his Observer as well. So they're going to be chucking down the refineries to get their blue Tiberium pretty quickly, which is the absolute standard on this map, and obviously 3 years ago as well. So it looks like people have had their strategies figured out for quite some time. Our War Factory gone down for a GDI player, exactly the same for Greasy. One thing I do notice about Greasy, he's actually kept his hand and nod there, just powered it down, whereas GDI player made that engineer and just sold it off right away. So I do expect maybe Greasy to go for some infantry, perhaps. Some rocket squads most likely, and he's just, you know, saving the building, costing him that, you know, 200 or whatever amount it is that you lose when you sell your hand and nod. And Greasy's going out for 4 bikes and a raider buggy with only 1 refinery up, 2 refineries up, because I'm an idiot and I forgot about the blue field. And our GDI player only has the 1 up there. I saw just out of the side of my eye that Greasy had that 2nd refinery, and there's the 2nd for the GDI. So looks like both players are completely mirroring each other, and yeah, look, it looks like our GDI player is even anticipating the bikes. Don't even think he got a scout in, so he just, you know, takes it off what he's seen from Greasy and just builds the pitballs anyway to defend himself, which there is nothing wrong with that. Make a note that he's got 5, and Greasy has 5 bikes as well, but Greasy's sort of not pushed out yet. He probably already knows that the GDI player is defending himself. The crane goes down for Greasy, so Greasy's going to be pumping out those buildings. I imagine he's probably going to sprawl some refineries around this middle field, so he's going to go for, you know, a shit ton of economy. He's going to eco boom right at the start, and then absolutely power out the Scorpions, I reckon. Maybe hit the Scorpions for a while and then charge out some more avatars. Not too sure. Maybe if it was a recent sort of game I'd be able to tell you, but once again, because it's from 3 years ago, I really have no idea what's going to happen. So we got some harassment coming here from the GDI player. Those pipples take a lot of damage. One pipple takes a lot of damage, sorry, and it goes down, and it looks like these harvesters are going to live to fight another day, because the pipples, you know, pretty much rendered useless. Only killed a couple of bikes, which honestly Greasy wouldn't even fucking care about, because bikes are cheap. And, you know, he's just gonna spam around here. So, one thing that is, you know, to take note of, he's actually coming around the Tiberium field this way, which is actually closer to his enemy. So, I'm guessing that he's gonna chuck up some war factories or something or other. Maybe even obelisk spam up this way. And look, he's got the airfield going up. I don't know if he's actually anticipating and making units from that airfield, or if he's just gonna use it, you know, for mines, or maybe just to spread his base up this way. But we have some Predators, about 8 of them, I'm going to guess they're coming up for Greasy. And there is that hand and nod coming into play. Luckily he didn't sell it, so he has some Fanatics. Don't really see that. He's pumping out the rockets though to fend off these Predators. And look at this GDI player, he's bringing in the hurt. There goes down the mines, I'm guessing. They're not really great placement. They are, you know, behind the Predators. And they are actually pushing into Greasy's base, and it looks like they're bringing on the hurt. Greasy is having a little bit of trouble defending this. He doesn't have any anti-infantry of any sorts, just 1 single shredder turret, which really is not enough because the rockets are just going to absolutely take out those little, I don't know what you'd call them, little turrets. And it looks like the GDI player is actually pushing into the actual base of Greasy with his Predators, but they're going to be pushed off fairly easily with an obelisk going down and all the rocket squads scattered around. And look at this, there is a lot of rocket squads there from the GDI player, and they're actually going to take down this war factory maybe. That'd be pretty good. You want to be able to take down any sort of unit producing structure in Tiberium Wars, because, you know, once you get up 3 and 4 of them, units just absolutely start pouring out, and there is absolutely no stopping them at all whatsoever. And basically, it looks like our GDI player just has everything rallied into Greasy's base. I just want to take a look at the structures. He has got 2 war factories, 2 barracks. He has got the armory up, so he's going to be getting those upgrades for the infantry. And sniper team actually coming out now, so the GDI player wants to be able to pick off these rocketmen from Greasy is what I am taking a guess at. If we take a look at Greasy's structures, he has basically the same unit producing ones, except I was going to say he did have one single-handed odd, but he's actually sold that one off, so he's only got the 2 war factories at the moment. Our bottom field still bare, no other units or structures apart from the 2 refineries. I'm guessing that's going to be the same, excluding the power plant, which really isn't that important at all. So there's actually a 3rd war factory and a 3rd barracks up for our GDI player, so it looks like this is game time now. There's just going to be both armies being amassed. Greasy and AutomatchOWNAGE are just going to absolutely take into battle with each other. And here we go, GDI player is moving out. He's got quite a few rocketmen and whatnot, but he's really lacking in the tank department. Greasy's actually starting to pump out avatars on both war factories. Let's take a look at him. We're going to jump into Greasy. No, one of them pumping avatars, one of them pumping scorpions, so that maybe, I'm not really sure why that would be. It's either he just wants the scorpions to be able to crush the infantry like he's doing here, because if he was trying to combat the tanks and whatnot, he probably would just go both avatars, but I guess rocket squads are pretty damn good against avatars, and avatars don't fare very good against the rocket squads, so pretty good decision there from Greasy. And I'm wondering, I really thought Greasy probably would have pushed out with airfields and sort of set up a line of obelisks, but it looks like that's not going to be the case. And he's actually setting up some more shredder turrets, which he really needs, because this GDI player really was pushing on the infantry there. But he's only got one barracks now. He's still got 3 war factories, so he's probably going to be going pretty damn heavy on the war factories and the tanks still. And here we go, we have an APC engineering. Greasy actually saw that and packed up his MCV. One going for the tech lab, but tech lab. But with the good awareness there of Greasy, he was able to take it down. And once again, so War Factory, Tech Lab, and MCV were tried to capture, but every single attempt was denied by Greasy. And it looks like Greasy's actually going to be putting on the pressure now. So he's coming out. He's got only a few scorpions, to say around 10. He's got 4 avatars out and just a couple of scattered militants and rockets. So nothing game-ending at the moment, but a GDI player still amassing predators. I'm looking for that tech lab and whether he has railguns. He has the tech lag up. Tech lab. Shit, I'm stuttering my words. The tech lab up. He hasn't actually gone for the railguns there, which is not the best decision. Like, you know, those railguns do a lot for your predators. And Greasy is coming in down the bottom with some scorpion tanks. He has about 1, 2, 3, 4. He had about 10 of them. He's only got about 7 left now, but he's coming in. He's just probably going to try and take out the harvesters. One thing I would like to say is, look at how much Tiberium left there is for our GDI player. That's it, like 1, 2, 3, 5 crystal patches, and Greasy still has this whole bit here, but that means both armies have sort of whittled down their middle and their top fields, blue fields I should say. And we've got an EMP going down for AutomatchOWNAGE, and that's going to work pretty good. We got the Juggernauts up here as artillery to be able to take out the... actually, this isn't going to work out as well as I thought. He only manages to take down 1 avatar, really, which, you know, I'm pretty sure that EMP costs about 2,200. So, I mean, he sort of did make some money, but not really effective use of it. He could have used it in a much better situation. Perhaps even pushed out himself and then used it right on this huge blob, which would, you know, deactivate the obelisk as well, all the shredder turrets. If he has any rocket squads, that probably would have worked. He has a few, but not too many, so there definitely was a better application for that EMP, but I guess in the past now, nothing you can do about it. So if we take a look at our structures again, we have the 1, 2 war factory. Greasy has sold off the one that was up here before, so he still has just 2. He's also got his chem plan up, so maybe we're going to see some catalyst missiles coming down, which should be able to, you know, take out all the refineries, but I guess that isn't even really useful, because AutomatchOWNAGE GDI player has pretty much run out of Tiberium, like, altogether. And Greasy's definitely on the way to being there. He only has, you know, like a third of, not even a third of a field left there. I did actually see AutomatchOWNAGE sort of try and run over some infantry with those harvesters, suiciding them, and yeah, I know, you can do that if you want, but I probably wouldn't. And Greasy, he's actually pushed in at the top, taken down at least one harvester I've seen there, and then he's going to back out straight away, so he's probably going to lose two Scorpions, but no big deal really when, you know, you have an army of this size. And no. Avatar is just walking out into the middle. It was probably rallied out there, and whether he's going to make it back, I don't know. The Juggernaut's going to pick him off. No, they're not. They're not in range, I guess. So let's tally up these armies a little bit. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I count 7 avatars. And I know I saw 5 Juggernauts before, and I'd probably guess around, you know, 15 or 20 Predators as well. And here we go, Greasy's moving out towards the north. He has got quite a few forces left down at the south, so he may be going for a two-pronged attack, or he's just actually spreading things out from the Juggernauts, probably. Because, you know, obviously Juggernauts do a little bit of an area of effect, so if you have everything clumped up, then it's going to, you know, do multiple damage to multiple units, which you obviously don't want. And here we go, Vapor Bomb coming in. Bam, down goes a War Factory, putting 2 power points in really low health there, doing a little bit of damage to some units, but nothing too severe. And this looks like the engagement that is going to bring the game down to who wins. And we've got 3 avatars stuck in the middle of it all, and they are all going to go down. And now if our GDI player wants to get back into this, which I don't know who I would say is you know, going the best here. I'd maybe say that GDI player is ahead because of the amount of Juggernauts he has, and he has that artillery sort of advantage. But Greasy, he you know, he has got, you know, more avatars. A stealth tank actually coming out there. Not exactly what I would expect from, you know, from someone at this stage in the game, especially when you know, Tiberium has absolutely run dry. And let's actually take a look at the harvester count for our GDI player. 1, 2, 3. He has 4 harvesters, and our Greasy... Oh, I hear a missile. There we go, bam. So this middle field has absolutely no refineries. So it's completely useless unless you're going to do some long distance mining. But, I mean, even that, there's only, you know, a couple of patches, and it doesn't really regrow that fast. But I was looking at Greasy's harvester count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... looks like we've got... Oh, wait. I've missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Greasy's got 9, whereas a GDI player has 4. So Greasy is definitely in the lead there on the economy. So if this game drags out even longer, then Greasy's going to be ahead because he can actually, you know, gather Tiberium. Now, I'm going to follow this stealth tank because quite interested how Greasy's actually going to apply this to such a late stage in the game, and he's going to go after this harvest here, which is actually full of Tiberium, which is, you know, not exactly what you want to lose. If you're going to lose a harvester, you're going to want to lose it when there's absolutely no Tiberium in the thing, not when it's full. So, pretty damn good harassment here from Greasy. You know, he's stopping a GDI player from getting money, and especially when it's, you know, Tiberium is very scarce. Probably the best application of a stealth tank, you know, in ages, and leaving that harvester on red health, and he's going to back up, and the army of the GDI player is going to go straight past it. And Greasy is probably going to clean up this harvester. There it goes. Very nice work. But the stealth tank goes down, but he can live with that. And here we go. We actually have a second stealth tank here, taking out the bottom harvester. That one's going to go down. GDI player actually sold off the tech lab right there. So our GDI player is... He's desperate for money, because you don't just sell off the tech lab unless you absolutely need the money. And there we go. And this stealth tank... If this stealth tank takes down the Conyard, then he's my hero. I can hear the EMP coming down. It's going to drop right in the middle here, I'm going to guess. Bam. There we go. The War Factory goes into low power. And 2 obelisks are up. They actually didn't get low power at all. One of them actually went down after the EMP. So that's either really good timing from Greasy or just absolute luck. But either way, it works out. And we can actually see the Juggernauts. 5 of them up the back here. 6 of them, sorry. And they are absolutely raining down the herd here. Oh, Jesus. Those Predators got absolutely friggin' chewed up. We do have... only one avatar standing for Greasy. There is actually an avatar for a GDI player that was captured from Greasy, but looks like, you know, both teams, I would say both teams came out even, apart from the exception of these Juggernauts. So there's 6 Juggernauts still standing, which is obviously going to hurt Greasy quite a bit. Now if we find our stealth tank, there we go. It's actually got a little bit of a veterancy upgrade there. The Conyard did go down. It was actually sold though because the engineer's still here. So pretty good work. And we have 3 Scorpions actually coming through the top of the base as well. They've taken down a couple of power plants. They're going after the command post at the moment. So this is kind of a base rape race. There we go. Now I got that's a bit of a tongue twister. And I'm actually going to put this in the favor of Greasy just for the fact that our GDI player has a lot less structures than Greasy does. Greasy has, you know, refineries and war factories and power plants and tech buildings, you know, scattered all the way from the south of the map all the way to the top. So he has a lot of structures, whereas our GDI player has a single refinery at the top and like 3 buildings in the middle. So the stealth tank alone will probably do the job, and you know, it's got 2 Scorpions helping it, so not too much to worry about for Greasy, I'd say. He does still have a couple of defenses at home, but there's absolutely no way that these Juggernauts are going to chew through absolutely everything before all this, you know, all this in here dies. I mean, 1, 2, only 3 structures remaining, and you know, there's a power plant and a command post. Not very high health structures at all, and our stealth tank is heroic as well, so that is just going to absolutely chew through units. So Greasy's going to come victorious from this one. So, you know, Greasy proves to us that he still has the goods even 3 years ago. So, pretty impressive from Greasy. I would actually say that GDI player had the most impressive army over the whole entire game as well. So, the fact that Greasy was able to win, I'd probably just put it down to his... well, there you go. AutomatchOWNAGE has been defeated. I'd put it down to Greasy, you know, defending that first push pretty damn well, which actually sort of left him with Tiberium left over when our GDI player didn't have it at all. So, you know, Greasy was up in the resources there for quite a while. And then just the fact that that single stealth tank sort of just ripped through everything, ruined the late game economy of our GDI player, absolutely ripped through the buildings and whatnot. So, yeah, pretty impressive from Greasy. And we actually see the resources. You know, Greasy got about 14,000 more than our AutomatchOWNAGE player. Not exactly huge, but it does help when you get into those later stages of the game. And take a look at our graphs. Nothing too exciting, nothing you haven't seen before. So, yeah, pretty impressive game, pretty entertaining. And I guess that'll do it for my first cast in quite a while. I'm going to try and be bringing more out. Whether or not it'll always be Tiberium Wars, I'm probably going to switch between Tiberium Wars and Kane's Wrath. I might actually throw some Red Alert 3 in there as well. But keep a lookout for the more casts, and I guess have fun. And if you want your own game cast, you'll have to get me on Game Replays. I go under the name Crevjax now. CREVJAX. So if you want games cast, just send me a link of the replay attached in a PM, and I can jump straight on it. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.